Hello everybody and welcome back to my Minecraft world. Now, for those of you who are new here and probably wondering, this is supposed to be about music, why the fuck am I playing Minecraft? Well, this series is pretty much just me talking about things related to music or life, A lot of people, talk about or show, how to do things in music, like how to make beats, how to record, how to mix, master, etc. But not many people talk about, the mental side of music, the psychological things that come with this. So this is what this series is for. Um, but today I want to talk about money. And just a quick disclaimer, before I start this video, these videos are unedited, there's no script. It's just honestly just me talking. So if I kind of fuck up or just kind of, go off topic and just kind of, ramble, my bad. Like I said, there's no script, so, just be lenient with me here. I don't expect you guys to really watch. I'm just playing Minecraft because, I want to have some sort of visuals. But you don't have to watch, you could do something, be productive while you're listening to me. These are mainly just listening videos. But if you are watching, my task today, I started already, but I'm trying to flatten this land. This was a big ass mountain, now I'm trying to flatten it so I can build some stuff here. But anyways, let me get started. Today, I want to talk about money. Now, I'm assuming you clicked on this video because you make music of some sort, whether you're an artist, a producer, whatever you do in music. I'm assuming you're watching this video because you're trying to make music a career, and trying to make a living off of it, like me. That's the dream, for a lot of people, for all of us. I really enjoy making music. It's a passion of mine, and I'm trying to make it a career. I'm trying to make money off of it. Make a living off of it, because what's the saying? When you like your job, you never have to work a day in your life. That's what I'm trying to do. But the thing is, it's important also to not let money be your driving factor or your driving. I guess don't let money be your inspiration, I guess, or motivation. So I was talking to someone, the other day about money and music. And I even saw it was perfect timing. I don't know if you guys know who Taz Taylor is, but Taz Taylor is I think he's one of the founders or something important, CEO. I don't know the word, whatever, but something important in Internet Money. And if you don't know who Internet Money is, they're this like big producer collective slash label, for music. If you make beats, I'm pretty sure you know who Internet Money is. If you know the song Lemonade with Don Toliver, Nav and Gunna, I think it is. That's Internet Money. That's their song. But I saw him. He said something along the lines of like, a lot of people nowadays are just trying to make music for the money, and they don't really like making music. But that's the thing, I feel like a lot of times money influences a lot of things. Okay, I don't know where I'm going with this. Let me just use myself as I can't speak. Myself as an example. And I do this in every video. If you watch these videos, you probably heard the same fucking story all over again. But, it's the best way for me to describe things because I like using examples and I'm the only person. I know my story, so yeah. So anyways, I started making music, I don't know, maybe like 5-6 years ago now, I've been doing this for like 5-6 years now. And I don't know, I just started making. I never really played any instruments or did anything musical growing up as a kid. It's just kind of something I was interested in learning, and then I ended up realizing like, oh shit, I kind of enjoy this. This is kind of fun. So I started making beats. I started making beats for fun, and then I started posting them on Instagram. And I didn't have any strategy, any schedule, any like plan or anything. I wasn't following any algorithm. I was just honestly posting whatever I made. And I didn't really make any one specific. I know a lot of producers make like type beats, and stick to like a specific niche. I never did that. I still don't do that. I don't like doing that. I honestly just make whatever I want to make. Sometimes I'll make like a. Sometimes I'll be in an emotional mood. I want to make a Rod Wave beat. Sometimes I want to make a Playboy Cardi beat. Sometimes I want to make some underground shit. Sometimes I'll even make like a. I don't know, like a. a pop beat or something. I don't know, just whatever. I don't really have any niche or genre I stick to. I just like to make mainly hip hop, but like there's different types of hip hop. Let me not get into that. Anyways, I was just posting whatever beat I wanted on Instagram. And I remember the first sale I ever made, this artist DM me, I guess because he found one of my beats and he was like, "Oh, how much for the beat? Can I buy it?" And honestly, I was kind of confused because I didn't even know that you can do that. I didn't even think of like making money and selling it or anything. Cause I was like, I don't know how much you trying to pay me? Like I actually didn't know. But then yeah, from there, I made my first sale. I made money and it was cool. I made money off of something I created. Like that's a cool feeling. But from there I started to continue posting on Instagram. And then more people started hitting me up asking me, can I buy this? Can I buy this? How much? Whatever, etc. And then, I started selling a decent amount of beats. Like I was making a decent amount of money off of selling beats. This was around COVID time. Like, so that's when I really I feel like took music seriously, I think. Like I was trying to get it out there, and just having fun with it. Around COVID time, like no, I didn't really have anything else to do. I mean, I was stuck in a house, so I was just posting beats on Instagram, and people started buying them. And then from there, I realized like, okay, I can make money off of this shit. So what I did then was I started DMing people. Like every artist I saw, I just spam like, "Oh, do you want to buy some beats?" I just get straight to the point, no sugarcoating or anything, no buttering them up. Just straight up like, "Oh, you want to buy some beats? You want to buy some beats, etc." And like, that's what I did for like a long time, and it was working. I was making sales and whatever. But I feel like that's where I started to like slowly lose the joy and motivation for music. So I started making money and selling beats, but I wanted to start making big money. Like, I started learning about placements and like, how you could get songs with these big artists. And that's a cool thing, as a producer, I'm a fan too. As a producer, I'm a music fan. I want it, it's a dream of mine to have a song with like my favorite artists. Like, imagine having a song with Travis Scott or Lil Uzi or Drake. That'd be insane, right? It's every producer's dream. So I started to like get interested in that because if I get a song with Drake, that's big money, and that's where I feel like the idea of money started to take over. So I stopped posting on Instagram, and I started to, I guess, chase placements. But personally, for me, I feel like that was the biggest mistake in my life because it not only like, it's funny because when I was trying to make money, I stopped selling beats. Like no artists were hitting me up to try to buy any beats. I stopped DMing like smaller artists because I wanted to just work with big artists and make money. I wasn't making any money, guys. I stopped making money off of music. Because I was looking at the bigger, I guess, quote unquote, bigger picture, I guess, right? But that's where I started to not only just not make any money and lose sales, but like also where I started to lose my inspiration and creativity, I guess, too. So for example, if you watch these videos, I'm sure you've heard this story a million times, but like, I'm sorry, this is the best way I know how to explain it because it's like, this is my story. So when I started to chase placements, I wanted a song with Lil TJ and Polo G because at the time, they were blowing up and they were two of my favorite artists. And if you listen to them, you know what type of beats they use. They just use piano beats. So really, if you're making the same beat over and over again, like, I don't know, guys. To me, it's just, I can't do that. That's why I just like making whatever. I don't like to stick to one niche or one genre because it's like, I don't know, I get bored. So, I started forcing myself to make these piano beats. And it's like, again, when you're doing something the same thing over and over again, it's like, I was forcing myself to make them when I didn't even want to make them, So, and it would even get to a point where, like, I would try to make something, me personally, I like to just try new things. I like to be experimental. I like to just, do weird shit. But with these beats, it was like, I stopped doing that. I lost my creativity. I only was making beats because, like, I was trying to get them placed. I wasn't making, and at that point, it stopped being fun. It stopped being fun and enjoyable. It wasn't even creative. I was just making the same beat over and over again, really. Hold on, I'm dehydrated. Let me drink some water, guys. Hold on. Drink. This is a quick water break, guys. If you got some water, drink some water. Hold up. Oh my god, okay. Sorry, guys, I recorded this video earlier, but I had to, like, stop it. And again, these are one take. So I fucked up. And I was like 20 minutes in, so like and that was good too. Anyways, yeah. I was forcing myself to make beats when I didn't even want to, forcing myself to make a certain type of music I didn't even want to, just so I can make money, just to, and I didn't even get it placed. I didn't even get a placement from any of those artists, and honestly, I didn't really even make that much money throughout that period of my life off of music. It's funny how in life, when you're trying to chase something or trying to force something, that's when things don't happen. But the best things happen when you least expect it. Like, for example, when I was posting on Instagram, I didn't expect to make money. Like, I genuinely didn't. I was just posting it for fun. And then I started selling a lot, and like, that's when I least expected it. And when I was trying to chase money, I guess, that's when things were not happening. So, okay. Where am I trying to go with this? I feel like it's important, of course, I'm not telling you guys don't sell a beat. But I'm trying to say, like, you don't have to, when you make a song, when you make music, it's anything, you don't have to do something with everything that you make. Like, if you make a beat, you don't have to do something with that beat. Sometimes you just gotta make a beat to let the creativity flow, to get the idea out. If you make a song, same thing. You don't have to post every single song, every single beat. You don't have to, like, do all that. And remember why you started making music. Like, for me, I started making music. It's the same thing as, like, I don't know, playing a video game or playing a sport, For example, me, I like playing hockey. I don't do it for the money. If anything, hockey's an expensive sport, guys. That shit. Okay, I just registered today. Actually, before doing this video, I just registered to for the season this year. That shit was $620, guys. The hockey's not a cheap sport. It was over $600 to register. But I'm not doing it for the money. I'm doing it because I enjoy it. And that's how you should treat, this music shit, guys. I understand you're trying to make it a career, but don't forget why you started making music, And as a producer, you don't have to sell every single beat, It's okay to work for free sometimes. Sometimes, guys, honestly, to be honest with you, sometimes working for free is even better in the long term than, trying to make a quick like $20, $30. Sometimes building relationships with people can benefit you a lot more than a quick $20, $30. Let me actually show you guys. Let me show you guys what I mean. Okay? I'm gonna show you guys an artist that, oh, I already have his shit open. This is Soldier Saya. Now, as you can see, he only has 500 monthly listeners. He's not that big of an artist on here. Let me show you his SoundCloud though. SoundCloud's kind of popping, can't even lie. Um, there he is. So as you can see, he's a pretty consistent artist when it comes to SoundCloud. As you can see, his views are pretty consistent: 1K, 1K, 2K, 1K, 1K. And as a producer, when you're trying to work with artists, you can tell if they have some sort of motion going for them if their views are consistent. Like if an artist has like, like 5 views here and then like 100K here and then like 10K, that's inconsistent. This is a consistent artist with consistent views. But what I'm trying to say is, this is an artist that I guess, instead of trying to, sell him beats, I genuinely just liked his music. So I wasn't trying to make any money. I just hit him up. I'm like, oh, I think your music's tough. I'm trying to work. And at the time I met him, he only had like 800 or 700 followers on Instagram or something. So, I sent him beats and we started working. This is my beat right here. I'm not gonna play them. Let me show you. This one right here is my beat. This one right here. On this album, I got this song right here. Um, where's the other album? This album right here. I got this song right here, and then other shit on SoundCloud too. But let me show you guys why or how just building a connection with someone can take you farther or open more opportunities than just trying to make a quick like cash grab, I guess. So like I said, I wasn't trying to make any money off of this guy. I just thought his music was cool, right? And so, I've been working with him for a long time now. I've known him it's crazy. I've known him since, well, I guess 2022 was it, right? Yeah, 2022. So that's 3 years. That's kind of insane. That's kind of crazy. I've known him for 3 years. I have his number. We follow each other on Instagram. But over time, he's kind of got bigger. And I guess what I'm trying to say is you don't know who knows who, right? So let me show you what I mean by that. Let me just go on his songs. Like I said, this is someone I'm cool with. We have I feel like, we're not best friends. We don't talk every single day, but like, I have a connection with him. This song is with Seti Hendrix. Boom. 400K. 1 million, 9 million. This song has almost 10 mil. That's kind of crazy. 6 mil. This song's with Gunna. Oh shit. This song's with Jacka. See, you never know who knows who. So this guy's cool with Seti Hendrix. Let's keep going. He's cool with Zucchini. Zucchini's up and coming right now. See, 800K, 900K, 300. A lot of 100Ks. 100K monthly listeners. It's not easy to get 100K monthly listeners, let alone like K at all, guys. Who's this? Okay, this guy's a smaller artist, but I mean Zucchini's on there. Zucchini's kind of big. Let's see who else he's worked with where he knows. Rodney. See, 5K. This song has 300K, 100K, 100K. See what I'm trying to say? You never know who knows who. So I'm cool with this guy, right? But I didn't know that he was cool with all these other bigger people. I didn't know that. But let me show you how this connection kind of benefited me in the long term. So he never paid me for any of these songs. But honestly, I didn't care. I just wanted to work with him. But what am I trying to say? Oh yeah, let me show you how this benefited me in the long run. So as you can see here, Nick Andre, 11K monthly listeners. This is another artist that I feel like I'm cool with. You know, we follow each other on Instagram, and I have a song with him on his last album right here. Boom. This is my song right here. This is my beat. Um, and again, you never know who knows who, guys. This is why it's good to like just keep building connections with people and then branching out to other people that they're cool with. Cause look, this guy, if we keep going, Zucchini, and I'm sure you know who Filthy is. If you know who Playboy Cardi is, I'm sure you know who Filthy is. This song with Filthy. Um, he has songs with let me keep going. Silent Casket, 3K, 200K, you know, underground artist. Zucchini again, and he has a song with Sleeping Relics. This is another artist where you see what I'm trying to show you guys. Sometimes, and I've made money off of these. Like this song right here, I have the split. Like I don't remember if he bought the beat or not. I actually don't remember to be honest with you, but I know I have a split on this song. He sent me a distro split, so you know, as the song gets streams, I get paid off of it. Now, it's not a lot, but still, I see it as like a what's it called? Like a passive income source. You know, I'm not making anything really much at all, if anything, cents off of the song. But you know, if he gets bigger, he already has 11K. He already has 12K monthly listeners. If he continues to grow and work with more bigger people, he might get songs again like 200K because 200K. I think on Spotify it's 4K for every 1,000 plays. Or no, no. What am I trying to say? $4. Sorry, $4 for every 1,000 plays. So you could do the math. Um, but I only have one song with him at the moment. But I mean, I have we follow each other on Instagram. I'm in his DMs. I have his email. I send him beats. So who knows? Maybe I'll get a song with him that ends up getting in the 100Ks. You never know. But anyways, like I was trying to show you guys, the other artist, Sleeping Relics. This is another artist that I kind of was able to network with through the first one, Soul Josiah, because I have mutuals. Like when you guys are, this is a networking tip. I know this isn't really money related. This is a networking tip as a producer or even as an artist. You never know. But when you're trying to, I guess, connect with people, especially in music, because music can be kind of clicky. I can't even lie. Try to get people to follow you. Like follow people and then, try to get them to follow back. Don't just straight up ask, but like, if they follow you, that's a good thing because when you have mutuals with someone, they're more likely to reply. Nick Andre actually, I feel like he replied to me. I didn't expect him to reply. I just DM'd him because I found him and I thought he was hard. But it turns out, me and him had mutuals like like with fuck, hold on, with him. That he was one of our mutuals, and then we had other mutuals too. So I feel like that's one of the reasons why he replied to me. I didn't expect him to reply to me because most artists, when you DM them, honestly, guys, as a producer, they don't reply. But he replied pretty fast actually, and he even followed me. I didn't ask for a follow. He followed me, and he said he even heard of me before he heard my tag. Um, so yeah, but let me go back to that one artist. I'm just trying to show you guys like how I'm just trying to show you guys how like instead of trying to just make a quick like $20-$30, sometimes building relationships can help you in the longer run. Help you build your mutuals with people. This is another guy that I kind of hit up and found through the first one, Soul Josiah, and this is his most popular album. This is just these are just small underground artists, but like it doesn't matter. Like if you like their music, it doesn't matter how big or small they are. Just work with them, because again, not everything is just about money. Sometimes just trying to be genuine can open doors. So I have this song right here. This is my song. I don't remember if I have splits on this or not. I know I got paid in some form of way. Well, that sounds kind of. He paid me. He paid me. But and also too, I got to be on this album. And if you guys know, if you guys are tapped in with the underground, there's a shit ton of features on here. Look, Until Japan, 200K. This song has 5 mil. This song has 2 mil. This song has 3 mil. See? You never know who knows who. Southside Silhouette. This song has 1 mil, 1 mil, 1 mil. 700K, 300K. Guys, Silent Casket again, Slim GGP. I actually have a song with Slim GGP too. See? You never know who knows who. Now, let me go on Instagram. I'm gonna show you guys what I mean. This is Zucchini, right? The guy I was showing you guys was cool with all those other people. I'm not saying if I DM him now that he'll reply to me, but because of course, because he's kind of big, this guy can't even lie. But there's more of a chance of someone to reply to you if you have mutuals with them. Because think about it, even yourself, like, if someone message you like some random shit, right? You're most likely not going to reply to them. Whereas if someone message you and you have mutuals, let's say like, your friends from school follow them, um, your friends from wherever, this person follows them, your cousin follow, like you have mutuals, right? So it's like you're more likely to reply if that makes sense. Especially in music, because like I said, music can sometimes be a bit clicky, you know? Um, And also too, in music, like if you're a producer and certain people follow you, that kind of validates like that you're actually good at making music and like, not just like a random person. Like I feel like Nick Andre, I feel like he's not even here. Of course he's not. There he is. I feel like he only replied to me because we have mutuals. And that kind of proves like, okay, look, these people follow me, that also he's following, like he knows. So that kind of validates like, oh, this guy's DMing me, and all these people follow him. That must mean he's not ass at making music. Is somewhat credible if these people are following him and like you know locked in with him. I guess, right? So yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Like sometimes, guys, building a connection with someone, shit, building a connection with someone is more important than making a quick like 30 because I'm gonna be completely honest, guys, like off of I've sold a lot of beats and I've done a lot of beat songs for free. The songs I've done for free I actually like a lot more than the songs that I've paid. Like usually when people buy beats off of me, I'm not gonna lie, like songs are just ass, like I don't know. So remember why you started doing this, guys. Why did you start making music? Because you enjoy it, because it's fun, right? Because you genuinely enjoy doing it. You didn't just start. You don't really start doing anything with money involved. Like for example, like playing a sport. Like I said, I play hockey. Um, I didn't register for hockey because of the money. I registered because I genuinely like playing the sport. I played it when I was growing up, and I'm trying to get back into it. I genuinely it's fun to me. Video games. Why do you guys buy PlayStations, Xbox, or even a gaming laptop PC? Because it's fun. You're not trying to. Most people play games like for fun. They're not trying to be like a ninja or like a competitive gamer. If you are, then you know, that's good on you. But like what I'm trying to say is like sometimes, when you have a hobby or a passion for something, you don't do it for the money. That's what I'm trying to say. But the money will come. Like if you guys are trying to make your passion a career, that's a good thing. A lot of people in life don't do that. A lot of people are scared to chase their dreams and I guess yeah, chase their dreams. But the fact that you guys are actually doing it, you're trying to make the shit work, That's good, and I'm not saying don't do that, but what I'm saying is don't let the money blind you, and don't let the money like be your inspiration, I guess. You know? Don't forget why you started this shit. Don't forget why you did this. Now, I also want to talk about like, okay, when you're making a beat or a song, you don't expect anything out of it. Like honestly, that's what I do, guys. Like when I'm making a beat, I never expect anything out of it. I just make it because I genuinely I just make beats because it's fun. I like doing it, you know? I never make a beat where it's like, oh, you know, I'm making well, I did. When I was trying to chase placements, that's what I did. Like, you know, I would make a beat for the purpose of trying to sell it or like trying to get it to an artist or make this certain beat because these are the beats that this artist uses. But now, you know, it's like honestly when I make a beat, I don't know, I just make it. You know, sometimes I send out beats, you know, sometimes I try to sell them, you know, but I don't expect anything out of it, you know, I just made it because I had the idea in my head and I'm a creative person and I like making beats. So you don't have to don't expect anything, and also you don't have to do something with every song or beat that you make. You know, like sometimes, you know, as an artist, you know, a lot of artists make a lot of songs. As a producer, a lot of producers make a lot of beats, right? You don't have to, I guess, gain anything or do something with every single piece of music that you make, you know? I have a lot of beats in my drive where it's like, I don't send them out, I genuinely don't know what to do with them. I just made it because the idea was in my head. And am I disappointed or was it a waste of time? No. Because again, I like making music. You know, sometimes, as a creative, you know, sometimes the idea comes in your head and then you make it. But sometimes that's it. Sometimes that's the end of the journey for that idea. You know, sometimes the idea is just there. You know, sometimes the idea doesn't have a purpose. You know, sometimes the idea, like, you make the beat or the song, right? And that's it. You don't have to do something like... A lot of artists have unreleased songs, right? But a song doesn't come out of thin air, you know? Music doesn't come out of... You don't just, like... It's not out of a factory. It comes from your creativity, from your mind. You had the idea in your head. And, you know, you make it, right? So I guess it kind of does come out of... No, what I'm trying to say is, like, you have to create... Like, the idea's in your head and you have to create it, right? But not every idea has to do something, if that makes sense. Like, I was talking to this one guy, and if you know who you are, you know, if you're watching this, you know who you are, but like... I was talking to this one guy because we made a beat together, right? And then I sent it back and he's like, okay, so now what do we do with it? And I didn't know, honestly, I didn't know. Because I didn't have any plans for it. I never have a plan for any beat I make. Honestly, to you guys. I just make it because the idea's in my head or I get inspired or whatever, right? You don't have to do something with every single piece of music that you make, you know? Like I was trying to say, sometimes, you know, the idea just has to get out of your head. Now I'm not saying don't do anything with it, but what I'm saying is, like, if you have a lot of beats, you don't have to post every single beat that you make. You don't have to send out every single beat that you make. As an artist, if you have songs, you don't have to release every single song, you know? And is it a waste of time? No, because, again, repetition. I don't remember if it was Bruce Lee or whoever said it. Someone said something along the lines of, like, they'd rather practice one kick 1,000 times than practice... They'd rather practice one kick 1,000 times over practicing 1,000 kicks one time. You know? If you make a song or a beat and you don't do anything with it, that's okay. You're getting better, you're learning. You know, it doesn't matter who you are. If you're fucking just starting off or you're metro booming, like... every beat you improve, every song you improve. You know, maybe the idea was just there to teach you something. You know, you learn a new technique, you try something new. I don't know. But, you know, just make music, guys, is what I'm trying to say, you know? We're all just trying to make music. Of course we want to make it a career. But at the end of the day, just make music. And don't make music for money as well. Like, an example, right? I'll shout him out. One of my, very close friends of mine, named Sought After. You can check him out on his... I mean, if you type Sought After on any music platform, you'll find him. But I've known him for a long time. You know, he's been my friend since high school. And we both kinda, you know, we both make music and we started making music together. He has a lot of songs. And, you know, okay, every song that he makes is my beat, pretty much. Like, I make every song with him, right? So, you know, he has a lot. I have every unreleased song by him, you know, and he has a lot of good songs that are really good, that are unreleased, and I never understand, like, okay, why don't you release these songs? And he told me, he's like, you know, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I overthink. Sometimes I'm like, oh, you know, I don't want to release this song. It's good, but I don't want to release it because I don't feel like it'll blow up, or I don't feel like, you know, it's catchy enough, or I don't feel like this and that. And you know, as a producer, you know, to be honest with you, same thing. Sometimes I make a beat and I don't do anything with it, and this kind of contradicting what I said before, but like, you don't have to do anything. Sometimes you don't have to do anything, or I mean, you don't have to do something with every piece of music that you have, but also too, it's like, don't not do anything, if that makes sense. So anyways, I've been a victim of that too, you know, not doing something with certain beats because I don't like them, I don't think they're good enough, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But music is subjective at the end of the day. And you never know, you know, what... Well, let me show you guys another example, okay? I'm sorry. I'm all over the place. I just want to show you guys another example. This is one of my beats, and I actually didn't like this beat. I only ended up sending... I actually didn't like this beat to the point where I only sent it to one artist. And then I was like, nah, this beat is trash. This is it. So this is my beat. That's my very, very old tag. I don't use that tag anymore. But as you can see, this song has 200k on YouTube. And I didn't like this beat. I genuinely, like I said, I only sent it to one artist, which ended up being him. Let me show you guys Lil Muck. Let me actually just show you guys who this is. This is Lil Muck right here. See, you never know who knows who. He has a song with Lil Baby, I'm just saying. But, yeah, this is my beat. I'm gonna show you a bit.
Niggas watch my every move, they copy me, they watch me. Heard them niggas clicking up now, such and such gon' die with him. They know it get treacherous, bro, hopping out, he live with it. No way you getting...
See, like, you can't even hear the beat. But, like, if you can, that shit's kinda ass. I actually have it, maybe just... I actually don't know what it's called. See, that's how much I don't fucking like this beat. I'm telling you guys, like, the best things happen when you least expect it. Fuck, I don't know what it's called. Oh, I do know what it's called, I remember. So just to prove that I actually have the beat. See, it's the same beat. I don't know, I don't really like this beat, I can't even lie, but you never know who knows who. Or what? No, you never know. Guys, I've been trying to record this video for like 2 hours, okay? I'm actually fucking up now. But what I'm trying to say is like, don't do shit, don't like not do shit because, you know, it won't, you think it won't go viral, you think nobody will like it, you think this or that, you know? Don't do it for the money or the likes or the views or anything. Because again, okay, another example. Lil Uzi, EXO Tour Life. I'm sure you guys know that song. EXO Tour Life. if you're not a Uzi dick rider like me, because guys, I'm not gonna lie, Uzi's my favorite artist, and EXO Tour Life is one of his biggest songs, right? Let me tell you the story about EXO Tour Life. He never expected EXO Tour Life to be that big. It wasn't planned out to be this big hit song. He actually, so before releasing Love is Rage 2, which is one of his best performing albums, to tease it, he released Love is Rage 1. Now, Love is Rage 1, I'll just show you guys. Fuck it, I'm not even playing Minecraft at this point, fuck it. Love is Rage 1, where's my mouse? Or, no, not Love is Rage 1, Love is Rage 1.5. Love is Rage 1.5 is, it's right here. It's a quick, like, 4-song, I guess, EP that he released only on SoundCloud. It wasn't even on all platforms. It was on SoundCloud. As you can see, Love Scars, Boring Shit, YSL, and EXO Tour Life. This was pretty much a throwaway, I guess, EP to promote the actual album. He didn't even put it on all platforms. But EXO Tour Life ended up blowing up. So he kind of, he's kind of forced to put it on. It's on here now, I think. Where is it? It should be. It's somewhere. I don't know. I know it is, though. On Spotify it is. But yeah. And he even said, Uzi himself, he even said, like, he never expected EXO Tour Life to blow up. Same as even like New Paddock. New Paddock's one of his biggest songs. He just posted it as a random snippet and he never expected it to blow up. So that's what I'm saying. Like, the best things happen when you least expect it. So anyways, this video is kind of getting long and I'm kind of going all over the place now. And I'm getting tired. I can't even lie, guys. But moral of the story is, if you're making music and you want to make this shit a career, you will make it a career. And I believe in every single one of you. But don't just do it for the money. You have to actually enjoy what you're doing as well. Because otherwise, then you may as well get a job. I have a job, for example. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. And I'd rather, I wake up every morning knowing that I have work today. And I have to go to my work, to my job. But that's why I'm trying to do this, because I genuinely like making music and making YouTube videos. I genuinely like this shit. It's fun. So I'm trying to make it a career. So I don't have to work a day. The saying is, what is it again? If you like your job, you never have to work a day in your life. So I'm not trying to work a day. I'm not trying to work. I can't even lie. I'm just trying to do this. So, yeah. The key takeaways from this I want you guys to know are, 1, again, don't forget why you started doing this. It's the same thing as playing video games, doing any hobby, playing sports, doing whatever hobby you like. Why did you start doing it? Because you like it, because you enjoy it. Okay, why are you not dying? I have a fucking... How many times am I hitting him? I have a netherite sword. He took like 5 hits. Jesus. 2. I actually don't know what I'm saying. I don't... Usually I'm good at like staying on track and like, composing myself in these videos. But here, it's like I'm kind of fucking up now. I can't even lie. It's getting late. Okay, let me end it. Moral of the story is, guys, don't forget why you started doing this, You weren't doing it for the money originally. You can and you will make it a career. I'm not saying don't make any money off of it, but don't let money be the determining factor. Oh, fuck. Don't let money be, your inspiration. Let your ideas, let your creativity be your inspiration. And have fun. That's the most important thing with making music. Enjoy it and have fun. Because if you're not having fun, again, you may as well just get another job. Because it's the same thing. If you don't enjoy the shit, then get a job. Get a normal job. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you guys watched throughout this whole video, you watched to the end, because this is probably a lot. Let's see how long this is. Let's see how long this recording is. I'm finishing this in OBS. I don't care. I'm going all over the place today. Holy Jesus Christ, bro. I did not expect to be talking that long. Okay, I gotta end it, bro. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. And remember to have fun when making music, okay? It's not all about money. The money will come, but have fun. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video.